I went to Goodwill months before.
Yes. You
I
got your dress at Goodwill.
Yeah.
Oh my God, I'm so happy. That gives me joy in my heart.
Even with, like, business casual, where I know we have that issue in College of Business where students feel like, "I don't have anything to wear to this interview. What do I do?"
Yes.
But go to Goodwill.
Yep.
We have Cobb Closet. We have all types of resources. So as a student, you have the world in your hands.
I'm Beth Lesen, Vice President of Student Affairs and Enrollment at Cal State Long Beach, and this is Beach Peeps, a podcast about students, stories, and the interesting things happening on campus and beyond. Hi, Jada.
Hi, Beth. How is it? How are you doing?
Good. How are you?
I'm doing fantastic.
Okay, so I read up on you,
Oh,
so I know some things, but there are going to be a bunch of people I did.
okay.
Why did you say it like that? There's so much to know about
That's
you.
so ominous. Like, I read
No,
about you.
it's so good. It's so good.
Okay.
I love that I can read up about you.
So what did you find out?
Well, no, but there are going to be people who don't know anything about you, who didn't read up about you. So tell us a couple of things about you.
Where do I start? Okay, well, my name is Jada. I'm a fourth-year accounting student here at Long Beach. So I work on campus underneath Lisbeth Cerna.
For outreach.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I work in Brutman Hall 289 for outreach and school relations, and the main part of my job is making sure that students at community colleges understand that Long Beach is the place for them and help them to smoothly transition and understand everything they need to know about Long Beach.
And you were written up. I read about you. You were written up in a newsletter on campus recently, and there's a fun fact about you outside of campus,
Yes.
which is
Okay, so I won Miss Southern California.
you did. You're
Yeah,
Miss
I
Southern
did.
California.
I know, it's so exciting. So the pageant itself is hosted by Justin Redd. He's like amazing. I don't know if you've read about him or heard
No,
about
you
him.
have to tell me who that is.
He's like a Long Beach superhero.
Oh, okay.
Anything cool that's going on, Justin is likely behind it.
Is Justin the same person who did Rosie's Dog Beach?
Yes.
Oh, that Justin. He gets like every award in the city. Why did he create a pageant though?
I have no idea. But point
That's
is,
totally random.
he
A dog beach and a
runs-
pageant and like
he runs
6 other
Community
things.
Action Team,
Yes.
and the pageant is run underneath that.
Okay.
And so by having all of these beauty queens who come and compete, which by the way, it was really fun. It didn't even feel like a competition. You get to participate in the community and give back to Long Beach, which is why I think it's so fun to do.
So I have a million questions.
Okay, well.
How did you get involved was this your first pageant?
Yes.
Yes.
So I actually,
And how long ago? Was it recent?
yeah, so
Okay.
it was back in November.
Oh, it's like a minute ago.
Yeah,
Okay.
months ago.
Yeah.
But I'm in the ethical leadership course here on campus, the Euclea Center, right?
Amazing.
So through College of Business, we have like ethical leadership. So we have this course. It's hosted by Janie and Celeste. And they have us have guest speakers, and they come out every other week on Wednesdays, and they talk to us basically about what it is to be an ethical leader and why they have used their ethical core values to get where they are today. So one of our speakers was Nancy Luong. She's CSULB alumni.
I know
think,
Nancy.
09.
Yeah.
And she was actually Miss Southern California of 2023,
I did not know that.
Yes. So then she put that fun fact. And a week before, I had written on my calendar, like, run for Miss America, as like a joke, right?
Why would that be a joke?
Well, because I was like, oh, it's going to take so many steps. Like, obviously, I'm not going to get it, like, this year, but I'll write it down.
Oh, so not a joke, but a long-term goal.
Yeah. So I was
Okay.
like, I'm going to run for Miss America, like, ha ha ha.
I love that.
And then I went to class, per usual, and she's like, yeah, I did a beauty pageant. And then,
And you thought, sign from God.
and I thought,
the
this
universe
a
is trying to
sign.
tell me something.
Yes. And then as the weeks went on, so I talked to her after class, and I was like, so tell me more about this pageant. Like, how can I get involved? Like, I've been thinking about doing it, and I don't know, I guess this is my sign. She was like, do it. You know how Nancy is. Do it. You have to do it.
Yes.
So she sent me the email, and then I just went on a whim, and I went for fun. I was like, hey, let's do it. Like, why not? So then I went to the pageant. Everyone was super nice, and Justin, he's amazing.
He is.
And then I won, and I was like,
And then I won. Yada, 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 and then I won.
but I was so surprised, and Nancy ended up coming to the pageant, and she was like, oh my God,
I love that.
But that was my original inspiration for doing the pageant in the first place.
So first I want to ask you about the pageant, but then remind me if I forget. I want to circle back to the ethical leadership course because I'm interested in that too. Um, regarding what you said, it was super fun and it didn't even feel like a competition. What is it like to be in a beauty pageant? What was that like for you?
I think it's very uplifting in a weird way, because usually you think of beauty pageants and you think like, "Oh, they're just looking at you for your looks," but I think with Justin's pageant specifically, it was more so about, like, your character and who you are as a person, and what you contribute to your community.
Mm.
And so funny enough, when I was backstage, I was like, "Ugh, Nancy, I'm not gonna win," like, I told Nancy, I was like,
Why did
"Look,
you think you weren't going
I'm
to
not
win?
gonna win," because I as we were going on stage and doing our introductions, I was like, "Wow, there's so many accomplished women next to me. I literally can't win."
You were just
Like,
overwhelmed by how
yeah, I
amazing
was like,
everyone was.
everyone's doing nonprofits, everyone's doing this on the weekends, feeding the homeless, whatever the case may be, everyone's so amazing. So I was like, "How am I gonna measure up to these amazing people?" And then I guess I guess somehow, some way I did.
Yeah, well, it's not surprising, right? Like there was a reason. So what were some of the things that you had to do in the pageant?
So when we first got there, we did like a dry run. You kind of go through what's going to happen. So there's an interview, like a judging round. So you talk to the judges. You have about 2 to 3 minutes to talk to each judge, and they ask you questions about what you submitted on your online application. So they asked me about my hobbies, what I like to do, what I'm involved in, and that was like the pre-pageant part. Then you practice, you do your run-throughs. So we had 3 rounds on stage. Our first round, we went out. We did a walk,
Yeah.
and then you introduce yourself, what you're passionate about, what you want the people to know about you.
What are you passionate about? What do you want people to know about you? I want to know all the answers to these questions.
So when they asked me this question, I was, like, nervous,
Uh-huh.
but I told them that I was passionate, and this is also true, but
Yes.
I was
That's
pa
good. It's
I am
it's always good to tell the truth.
I'm passionate about helping other people like me pursue higher education.
Yes.
Now, obviously, when I got on stage, that didn't come out as clear as it just did now, so I,
Okay.
like, stuttered. I was like, "God, like, I'm not
I
gonna
ruined
win."
it.
Like,
I ruined it.
I ruined it, all my chances are gone.
But clearly not. So that's an important thing for people to understand that sometimes when we stumble, we think we ruined it, but really what we just did, it sounds like people were impressed with your authenticity.
Yeah, I think that kind of helped my case
Yeah, you
also.
weren't super practiced and polished, you were just being real.
Yeah, so they asked me what I was passionate about, and I said, like I said, "I'm
Helping
passionate about
people like
helping."
you come to college.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and I think it shows in all of the things that I've even done in my college career,
Like
but
what? What have you done?
where do I
Like
start?
what are the kinds of things that you're involved with?
Okay, so firstly, I'm the treasurer for Black Business Students Association.
Nice.
So I make sure that all of financial things and all of our fundraisers get passed through and all of our money is somewhere, not
That's good
just
because you're an
floating
accountant.
around. Yeah.
Yeah, that really works for
So
you.
logical role. Other than that, I did participate in the German International Business Workshop. So that was
The
fun.
German International Business Workshop.
Yeah. So we got to like connect with other people from across the world. And I think it also solidifies that like people across the world, we can be completely different, but still come together at college and make a
I
difference.
love that.
And I feel like those types of programs and participation in like SCPD, like the CMP programs, they introduce you to all these people that continue to push you forward and say, this is why education is so important. And I wish that more people had those opportunities.
And these are things on our campus.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they're all on our
I
campus.
didn't even know about that
Yeah,
program.
they're all on our campus. So we have CMP with SCPD and we have JMP. So
That's a lot of letters.
it's Junior Mentor Program and Corporate Mentorship Program.
Okay,
One is a semester long and one is a year long.
and that's for business majors,
Yeah.
people
So
in
you
business.
partner up with a mentor, and my mentor is Larry Yee, but you partner up with a mentor and they guide you through the whole year.
That's amazing.
Some people get internships, some people get jobs, but the point is to connect you with a professional and help guide you along the way.
Okay, so back to the pageant. So you said it didn't even feel like a competition, and then was it like what you see on television? Were you like standing in a row on a stage and they were like third runner up, second runner up for Was that really what
No,
happened?
so there was
Not
no
even a little.
runner-ups at all, and I tell people this often as well, like, sometimes I'll do a fashion show here and there, like, I've done campus couture on campus as well, and the difference between doing a pageant and just being a model is that when you're on stage and you're modeling clothing, nobody cares about you.
They just care about the
They
clothes.
care about the clothes. They're
Interesting.
honed in on what you're wearing, and is it valuable to them.
Interesting.
But when you do a pageant, people care about what you have to say, and that was, like, different for me.
Yeah.
So it was when I got on stage, I'm like, "Oh, I usually don't do this part." Like, I just walk
Was it
out
different good or different?
different good.
Yeah, okay, good.
And I think that the people, like, that do the pageants and the pageant directdirectors like Justin are really warm and welcoming, at least in my experience, because
Yeah.
Justin's amazing, but really warm and welcome, and it makes you feel like I wanna tell people about what I do, because 'cause I'm very q like, I don't go around boasting like, "This is what I do," you know?
No.
But I think it's a good opportunity for you to tell people about what you're up to and get, like basically get acknowledgement that you're doing good for other people.
Yeah, because, it's interesting that you use the word boasting. Many of us have been raised to believe that talking about our accomplishments is unflattering. It is not an attractive quality. But also, when you talk about your accomplishments, it brings a lot of visibility to the things that you're passionate about. So, like,
It's a toss-up. How do
yeah.
I say that I'm doing this without bragging about it?
Yeah, but also it's okay to brag a little. Yeah, it's okay to brag. It's okay to tell people as long as it's more about, I think, it's as long as it's more about what you're accomplishing than about you.
Mm.
If, people kind of roll their eyes when it's like, me, always me. But when you're passionate about something and you're speaking from the heart, I don't think people roll their eyes at that. I think people celebrate that. So I don't think that talking about your accomplishments, I think that talking about your accomplishments could be a really good thing. I don't think it's something to avoid.
Yes. So that was really fun, and then with Justin, we get to do all of these different events. So once you go on stage for the second round.
Like for the pageant or after you win or both?
Both.
Okay.
So after you win, obviously you come to the events, but even if you don't win, you can still come to the events because it's about community. It's
Yeah.
less about like, we're important.
I love
Come to this
that.
thing.
So,
Yeah.
and do people like
Yeah, people come.
have people from the event all like stayed in touch and
Yes, so I will say some of the people that I competed with, not in my specific category, but they showed up to the events. They're about community. Like,
yeah.
it was not at all like any beauty pageant I ever expected. So we did our second round, which was mostly, if I remember correctly, just like an outfit. So
Hmm.
you had your second outfit, um, and I
How'd you pick
believe
your outfit?
what I walked out in to answer my onstage question was this gold dress. If you remember the Marilyn Monroe dress,
Yeah,
it looks
the white one with the halter.
yeah,
Yeah, yeah,
it
yeah.
looks like that, but it's gold. So I went to Goodwill.
Flashy.
Yes, I went to Goodwill months before.
Yes. You
I
got your dress at Goodwill.
Yeah.
Oh my God, I'm so happy. That gives me joy in my heart.
So I went to Goodwill and I have this saying, and Zoe's gonna laugh if she ever watches this. Zoe, this is for you.
If she's
But
your friend, she's gonna watch this.
I told her on pageant day because she's Miss Long Beach for our category. And I told her, "Look, whenever you buy a dress, you buy the dress because you like it, and you find the occasion later.
There
Where
you
you're gonna
go.
wear it doesn't
I'm
matter."
with you.
And that was one of those dresses, and I was like, "See, this is a perfect
You're like,
example."
I love this dress and I will find where to wear it to.
Yes, so I bought it, and no one could see the vision. They're like, "Oh, I don't know." I was like, "You guys don't get it." So I bought it, and then
No one could see the vision, but I saw the
I
vision.
saw it. And then I also thrifted my shoes, which usually I don't do because 'cause I'm like, "Ugh, kinda gross," but, there were these gold shoes, and I was like, "These are so cute." I didn't even think they would go together, and then pageant day rolled around, and I was like, "Oh, perfect." It's like the stars just aligned together.
I love that you thrifted your dress and shoes to win Miss Southern California. That's an awesome story.
I love fashion, but I don't like fast fashion,
Yeah,
so
and who likes to spend a lot of money?
I don't.
Nobody
'Cause I'm a
does.
student, I don't have a lot of money.
Right. So I love that. One of the reasons I love that is because it makes it more accessible. Like, if there are other people who are interested in being a part of a pageant, like the way that you were, and they're intimidated by associated costs, You can thrift. Like, it doesn't have to be an expensive venture at all.
No.
You can use things depending on the pageant, of course, but you can use things from your closet. You can thrift. This is accessible, is what you're saying.
Yeah. Even with, like, business casual, where I know we have that issue in College of Business where students feel like, "I don't have anything to wear to this interview. What do I do?"
Yes.
Um, but go to Goodwill.
Yep.
We have Cobb Closet. We have all types of resources. So as a student, you have the world in your hands.
Yep. So Cobb Closet is the College of Business professional clothing closet. We also have clothing drives and clothing closets through Basic Needs in the Career Center.
Yeah.
FYI, in case you didn't know that.
Thank you.
And there's also always for women, especially Dress for Success. And of course, Goodwill.
Yeah. So I would say if you wanna run for a pageant, and do it, and go to Goodwill first.
And go to Goodwill first. And so, did they have a talent category?
No. So
Okay.
that was what was unique.
Okay. So you didn't
Specifically
have to like whistle Dixie or spin plates
No.
to get this title.
So that's why I was a little bit nervous, like, what's my talent gonna be?
Just you being you.
Yeah, so that was what was different. We just talked about what we were passionate about, and our onstage question was what we had written in our applications, like, tell the judge something you want to know.
That was it.
Yeah.
Just tell the judge something you want to know.
And when you first, like, submit your application and then they pull from those questions, and they ask you more about what you submitted. So they asked me about accountancy. Um,
And
and
what did you
so
tell them? What do you want to know?
I feel like
Now I'm
was
making
like
you do the whole pageant over again.
I said I got really nervous because I thought they were gonna ask me about my job, and they
At
asked me
outreach?
yeah,
Oh,
because that's what I'm passionate about. So I
yeah.
thought, "Oh, they're gonna ask me what I'm passionate about," and they asked me about accountancy. So I'm on stage and I'm like, accountancy, what do I do?" And then I told them I essentially said in about 10 words, "Long Beach is great, go beach, everyone can do hard things."
I love everything you just said. I love everything you
And I
just said.
walked off stage, and there was another moment where I was like, "I just messed up. Again, great."
You
So
messed
then
up so well that you won the whole thing.
I guess,
Yes. I love that.
oddly enough.
I love it.
So I walk off stage and I'm like, "Oh, it's fine, like, I did it for fun. It was a fun experience. I met so many wonderful people, so it's fine." And so I thought that I had my idea of who all is gonna win, right? And so we're on stage and I'm like, "Okay, just look happy, clap for everyone, don't be a soursop about it, like, this isn't the end of the world, and you did it for fun."
You were
So
prepping yourself to
yes.
lose.
So I'm like, "Don't worry about it, like, it's not a big deal, and you didn't do this to win. You did it to just try it out, see what happens." So then I'm clapping, and they're like, "Okay, and Miss Southern California is," and I'm like, "Okay, I think I know who it's gonna be." So I'm, like, clapping because at this point, they already announced Miss Long Beach. And so I'm like, "Oh, if I was gonna win anything, it's Miss Long Beach because 'cause I'm so involved at school." So I was like, "Okay, just clap and look happy." And then they said my name, and I was like,
I'm clapping for me. That's interesting because I'm thinking as you're talking, I'm remembering a time that I did an interview for a job and I left and I got upset because I thought that it went so terribly and I got the job offer.
"Yeah,
I wonder how often I wonder how often people think that they totally screwed up, like you thought on that stage, like, I totally screwed this up. And in fact, you're about to win the entire thing. And is this your one off or are you going to keep doing this pageant thing? Are you hooked?
I don't know, I'm kind of hooked. I kinda wanna
Cuz
do
you
it."
had on your bucket list that you're going to go for Miss America, so
I
you've got
know.
some steps.
So now that I've said it out loud, I kinda have to do it.
I think you might
I
have
think
to
I
do
might
it.
have to do it.
I think you might.
I think what I would go for next, I have to relook at the website, but I'd probably go for a bigger pageant.
Yeah.
So I'd go for, like, I don't know, some sort of state or
Like Miss
regional.
California or
Yeah,
something
that
like
would be
that.
my next step if I really wanted to do, like, you know
You have to let us know if you're going to do that.
I'll email you first. You'll
Yes,
never believe
because
this.
then you're gonna have like a whole Long Beach State cheer squad, like a whole bunch of us under you being like, "Yes, do it." We'll be like the hashtag Team Jada. Is that a thing?
Hashtag I don't know, is
Is
that
that
still a
still a
thing?
thing?
Are we, like, old?
We. That hurts my soul. You are not old.
I feel like no one I say hashtag all the time, I feel like no one
I
else
don't know
says
if that's a thing
hashtag.
anymore. We'll have to ask. You can find
We
out and
can
let
make
me
it.
know.
Yeah, but I would say I'd go for Miss California maybe.
Yeah, I think
Um,
that's next. I
I've
think I think you have to.
I'm kind of
I
obligated.
think you have to. I want to ask you one question about the ethical leadership course.
Okay.
What besides this whole pageant thing that it wound up like, this was the spinoff, right? You wound up in the pageant because of the ethical leadership course.
Like the side episode.
Yes, exactly. But something about how did you wind up taking the ethical leadership course, and who is that for? Because now more than ever, we need ethical leaders. And this is a thing that happens on our campus that a lot of people don't know anything about. And it sounds like you had a pretty transformative experience. You wound up doing a whole thing that we talked about for almost a half an hour, somehow through this ethical leadership course. So, how did you find out about it? I said one question, but I'm a liar. How did you find out about it? How did you decide and wind up taking it? And what, besides the pageant thing, what did you think of it? What do you think you got out of it?
I originally found out about the ethical leadership course through Celeste All. So she's a business law professor here. She's a is it a lecturer? No, I don't think it's a lecture. I think it's like a seminar. Um, but I took her business law 220 class. It's a required course we have to take as business students.
Mhm.
And so I took business law and it was my favorite class
Really?
ever.
Interesting.
Well, firstly because Celeste is just a fantastic professor,
That usually does it.
but um
That's enough.
the content itself is really interesting and her class made me want to become a lawyer. So every week I'd go to her office hours or whenever I had time and I'd be like picking her brain apart, asking questions about the class. I was just really involved in the class because I
Yeah.
liked it. And going to class was fun. I think that's the only class I've taken so far at Long Beach besides my most recent semester. I love my classes. Um, that I felt like I'm excited to go to class. I cannot wait. I got an A and she reached out to me and a few other students who got an A and she
Yeah.
said, "Hey, you guys did really well in my course," which is unusual. Not that people aren't capable, but typically people don't when you have to take a regular required class, people don't usually try because like it's not my major, I don't care. So she reached out and she's like, "Hey, I think you'd be really interested in this course. I think the group of you would be a perfect fit."
So she referred you to the
Yeah.
class. Is it just for business majors? Or can
No.
anyone do it?
Anyone can do it to my understanding. A
Okay.
lot of us are business majors because it's ethical leadership. So I think business majors tend to lean towards leadership, like management, those types of majors tend to lean towards those type of programs. So she recommended that. And originally I'm like, okay, let me look this course up. So I go on the website and it's like elusive. It's like,
Oh, so it's not transparent.
no, it is transparent, but it's hard to describe a transformative experience on paper.
I got it.
So how can you say, "This class is gonna change your life,"
And
on
do you feel
paper?
like it did?
It did, it really did.
What about it changed your life?
So, I would say
How do you put a transformative experience on paper? It's a great question.
so they describe the experience to you pretty
They
clearly.
say this is gonna be a transformative
They
experience.
say, "Hey, this is the course," they describe it out, but you read it and you're like, "Okay, well, what does that mean?" And then so they have an
You have
interview.
to it's kinda like you had to be there. You have to experience it to really get it.
Yeah. So, they had an interview for the course, not because that's required, but what is required, but not like, "Oh, it's selective," but more so like we need you to know what this class is about and we need to give you a heads up of like what you're signing yourself up for.
Is it very demanding?
Um, yes and no. It is a year-long commitment, so
Oh, okay.
time, very demanding. But you meet biweekly and you meet off campus. And then you meet with different business professionals and they tell you about their life and they tell you about why they're ethical leaders and what the core we have like a list on our syllabus of the core values of ethics. Or
That sounds fascinating.
Yeah. So our first ethics course was forgiveness. And
Wow.
yeah, so we had guest speakers come out and talk to us. So we went to Environ Architecture and they told us about, their company. And then they had our guest speaker come out. And I believe his name is Jeff. He was a pastor and he came and talked to us, not necessarily about religion, really, but his story
Yeah.
and why forgiveness is so like important and vital to his leadership and how he goes about his day.
So that must have make it much more powerful to actually connect with people who are telling their story instead of just learning the material.
Yes, I
Yeah.
cried in our first class.
Did you?
I did. So, like, the class is unlike any class I've ever taken in my life.
You cried in the first
I
class.
know, I know.
No, it must have been very powerful.
But, it's unlike any other class because you bond with these people so well, like, I feel like my classmates are like my friends, but they're also just, like, an extension of me because, you're surrounding yourself with all these people who are interested in being ethical leaders, so
That's
obviously we're
amazing.
similar in some ways. Um, but the class is so transformative because you talk about topics and hard situations that you don't encounter when you're learning about theory. So when you're in your business classes, because I'm a business major, sorry everyone, um,
It's all good.
you kind of learn about the theory of what it's like to be an ethical leader. The theory of what it's like when, your employees are not doing what they're supposed to. The theory of firing someone. What does that feel like? But then you talk to people who have lived these experience. I got fired because of this. I worked under someone who was unethical. This happened to me. I went through this hard life obstacle. And you talk to all of these people who are either Long Beach alum, local to Long Beach, or they're just amazing, really. Um, so you talk to them and they tell you about these things, but I think forgiveness was the most impactful, not because I cried, but because I think forgiveness is really important when you're, pursuing these corporate positions. It can be really hard to forgive people who do you wrong or forgive systems that have wronged you. So I think that was the most transformative meeting, besides obviously the meeting where Nancy was there.
Amazing. Amazing. I'm so glad I asked you that question. I have one more question for you, and then I'm going to wrap it up because you work in outreach and you are passionate about getting students like you to come to college, and you are an amazing ambassador for this institution. So, my question for you is, what advice would you have for either dealer's choice, either a brand new student at Cal State Long Beach or a student who is thinking about coming to Cal State Long Beach? Pick your poison.
The $1,000,000 question.
Yeah. What's your advice?
I feel like work me is seeping out, and I just want everyone to come to Long Beach, so I'm gonna answer, what would I tell someone who's thinking about coming to Long Beach? I would say Long Beach reminds me of being on vacation and then coming home and seeing your family.
Hmm.
So you get back home and you're like, "Oh, I'm so sad that I have to leave this beautiful, wonderful country." And then you get home and your mom or whoever is there, and they're like, "Oh my god, welcome back, like, we love you." That's what it feels like to be on a Long Beach campus, like, on a daily basis. All of the staff, everyone is so supportive, and this is not just because I go here or because Beth is sitting right here, this is my
Yeah, I can close my
feelings.
ears. I'm not listening.
Um, but I feel like I've been so supported, and I think that's one of the things that a lot of students may struggle with is not feeling the support either at their community college or their high school. I experienced that. So Long Beach is really supportive of your goals. If you tell them I want to do this, they're going to help you make it happen. So they're really about student success, simply
Jada,
put. Long
we're,
Beach is the place to be.
it is.
Like I said when I won the pageant, go Beach.
Go be. I don't think that I could end it on a better note.
So my last parting message is I want to say to everyone, I would say, well, I'm about to say it, so I'm not going to say I would say, but if you ever do a pageant, I think it's important, or you're in any sort of power position or doing anything, especially at Cal State Long Beach, it's important to remember why you're there and who you're doing it for, and know that in my case, when I'm wearing a crown, it's not about me and about, oh my God, everyone's looking at me, but it's about how can I make this person feel like they have a crown on too. That is the best. That is the best feeling ever. Like little kids coming up to you and being like, you have a crown on too.
Jada, we're so lucky to have you.
Oh,
I
thank
thank
you.
you
I
so
feel lucky to
much.
be here.
Thank you so much for doing this and just for being you and being here and for being such a beautiful representative of Southern California and Long Beach
Oh,
as
thank
Miss
you.
Southern California.